Welcome back to Arizona Daily Mix on this Tuesday. You know what? I've run marathons in my life, but nothing like the guy you're about to meet right here. This is Jamie McDonald, aka Adventureman. Thank you for being here. You are, let's see, an adventurer, an author, a motivational speaker, and you're also the founder of the Superhero Foundation, which is why you're dressed the way you are. Thank you for being here.
And an idiot as well, Catherine.
Yes. Well, we're so excited to have you here because you are in the midst of running 6,000 miles to raise funds and awareness for children's hospitals. And I have to ask how you got involved in doing this, kind of what's the backstory and why you wanted to do this?
Yeah, I mean, I ended up spending the first 9 years of my life most of the time in hospital. So I used to have a rare condition called syringomyelia where sometimes I couldn't move my legs. But when I was about 9 years old, my mum put a piece of string in the back garden and she said, "Do you want to play tennis?" And I remember not feeling like I wanted to, but I just went out there, started cracking the ball, and I just got this love for movement. And like, Catherine, I was like a dog. You know when you throw a ball for a dog, it's like,
yes.
I've got to go. And,
they get so excited.
Yeah, and all my symptoms gradually disappeared, and I got a lot of help from the hospital at that time. So and I got my health, and so I'm really healthy now.
And here you are, yes.
So I started
it's amazing.
I started to give back to the hospital that helped me, but it's turned into something bigger now of like fundraising for sick kids around the world.
And so here you are in the desert, running through a very hot desert, I should add, to raise awareness and funds for Phoenix Children's Hospital. How did you get involved with that particular hospital? Because we in this community love it.
Yeah, so every state that I run through, we choose one kids hospital, and so we went with Phoenix Children's Hospital because it really is one of the best kids hospital in the world. I just went there yesterday to meet the kids, and it's just an amazing place. So when people give, we can then feed the donations back there.
It's so wonderful. So you brought along a shirt that you've been wearing during this venture of yours.
Yeah,
I'm going to stand back a little bit because if there's smell-o-vision, you would too. Tell me about what it's been like to run through the desert, especially, you know, you're in monsoon season.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I mean, I'm a Brit, so this kind of like heat, and so about 2 nights ago, I'm running at night now, and in this.
You have to, pretty much.
You have to, yeah. And so I started off in my first mile. This car pulled in, and this window came down. This woman said, "I think I need to let you know where you're running." I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere. She said, "Where you're running," and we just spotted a mountain lion on the side of the road.
Oh goodness.
I'm like, oh, so what does that mean? And,
well, so what did you do? You kept going?
I kind of rationalised it and thought, well, they're out there, whether they're being spotted or not.
Right.
So, but as a Brit, when you hear mountain lion, and so I kept running, I was on edge, and then suddenly all these tarantulas started to like all over the side of the road, on the side, and I'm like, oh, this is too much, you know, and I'm on edge because I can hear noises in the desert. If you ever listen to the desert, it's like you can hear everything.
It's pretty eerie.
It's gonna kill you. And then I get the torch, and I see this huge snake. I'm just like,
what?
I know this is too much for Adventureman. Like this is.
You will come back and visit though, won't you? When you're not running.
Yeah, if I can make it through this state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, tell me what gets you through it, because you are running solo. It's got to get lonely at times. I mean, how do you stay motivated? Is it music? Is it thoughts in your head? Is it thinking about food when you take a break?
All of those things are great. Do you know what I've started to do, which is it's been amazing for support and donations. I've started to live stream on Facebook, and in the desert, like you can like the signal is amazing because it's so flat. So so I've been live streaming in the desert. So there's people now that are kind of with me all the way on the journey, and they're supporting. And I kind of, if I'm honest, I don't know if I can make it through this stretch. I've got a 1-year visa and I've got 8 months left.
Right.
And I'm through the hottest part of, you know, just bad timing, but I've made such a commitment to all the hospitals. And so I just need support to get me through. And
well, we want to give you that. So how can people get involved? How can they support you? And by the way, we'll be looking for a book with all the details about all the fun you've had in the desert. Yeah. But how can people help you continue your venture and raise funds?
So I've got a best-selling book called Adventureman, Anyone Can Be a Superhero. That was my last adventure of running across Canada.
Right.
Got frostbite on the end of my nose.
Wow.
I've put 100% of the royalties to Superhero Foundation, which supports sick kids, and I volunteer my my time with it, and I'm using my own savings to do this trip. So if you get the book, that would be a donation, but also just making a donation and telling people ahead where I'm running. I've got a live tracker, so just come and find me. Like, so if I'm on like my deathbed in the desert, it would be amazing if someone turned up with a bit of water.
Well, I would hope so. So let me give people the organization website. It's jamiemcdonald.org. Thank you so much for being here, and kudos to you for just your courage, your bravery, and just wanting to give back to these children. Really appreciate you being here.
Do you fancy coming for a run as well, Catherine?
Yeah, after the heat is gone. Definitely.
Maybe I need to come back.
Thank you for being here.